Fortnite is destined for failure, and here's why. So Fortnite has been culturally relevant for the last like 7 years, and it has done a master class at marketing and really just getting the game out there. But I'm going to explain in this video why I think that is on the decline and how they could face disaster in 2 years if they don't figure out some things. So in this video, I'm gonna go over 3 things: how Fortnite has stayed relevant, how Fortnite is currently marketing the game, and how Fortnite needs to change that to stay relevant. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe because I'm trying to hit 30K. I've been trying for a long time, so it'd help out a lot if you subscribe. Okay, let's just sit back and talk about how Fortnite has stayed relevant for so long. Now, at this point, if you like Fortnite, or if you don't even like Fortnite, if you hate the game, you have to admit this game has stayed popular for a long time. And there are many ways that they have done that. It would take me hours and hours to explain every single marketing way they have done this. So I'm just gonna sit back and briefly explain how they've done this. Okay, if you don't know what marketing is, basically push thing in front of people's faces so they see it and then they're interested in it and they engage with it. Fortnite has done this in multiple ways: through live events, through collabs, and through other means, different game modes, different things, tweets, blah, 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 blah. They've done a lot. Now, I would argue most of you, if not all of you, have watched at least one Fortnite live event, or you've seen a collab teaser, or you've played the game in some way. Something you have engaged with Fortnite in some way, and a lot of that is because of marketing. Now, last year there was a huge explosion in Fortnite's player base when they released OG. That is a big marketing play to bring back a lot of people to a time that was simpler, that a lot of people have fond memories of, and to just get the community hyped. And this is actually kind of an issue. Want me to explain? But before I explain that, let's kind of just go over what got us here in the first place and what happened very recently that is leading me to make this video. So last season, we had the Doom live event. That was one of my favorite mini events we have ever had, but I think there is a lot to be said with what that sort of started and some issues that laid out. But without going too much into that, we then had the end event for the chapter, which wasn't really an end event. Then it just ended up being a concert with Ice Spice and Snoop Dogg. And that event had 10 million players, and I think it probably disappointed 90% of them, including me. And don't get me wrong, I love this game and I want to keep loving this game and I want to keep seeing them do good things. But then we got a leak saying that OG may be coming back permanently. So this all got me thinking. I think there is perhaps going to be some hell to pay pretty soon. And now let me explain why. Okay, first off, again, Fortnite is a masterclass in marketing. They keep people interested and have kept them interested for a long time, including myself. And I think that's for several reasons. Again, just to explain, live events, collabs, and different game modes, different things, different interesting items, different funny moments. There's a lot there, and I could go over it forever, but let's just keep going. Now, I will say the marketing from last season to this season was one of the biggest missteps that I have seen them do in, I think, the history of the game. So if you didn't know, I actually got a promo package from Epic Games, and that was, again, one of the coolest marketing things I've ever been a part of. And it's weird because it feels like the marketing is like segmented, and it just... Here, let me explain. So the marketing for this box was kind of involving seasons 1, 2, and 3 of chapter 2, as well as there was a stamped marshmallow sticker on the back that said mixed by marshmallow. And we already had leaked that we were going to be getting an OG chapter 2 involving seasons 1, 2, and 3 through the roadmap that happened earlier in this year. So the marketing of the box is going, okay, so we're going to be on seasons 1, 2, and 3, and this event is probably going to be with Marshmallow. Also evidenced by the fact that we got Marshmallow in a blog post saying he's going to bring the party for us this year or something like that. So basically, me and everyone else thought, okay, Marshmallow is going to do a concert. It's going to somehow take us to chapter 2 OG, and we're going to get seasons 1, 2, and 3. So everyone's ready for this event. It's going to be this chapter end event or something. They said it was going to be a prelude to maybe a bigger event, so maybe it won't be this huge thing, but we still think it's going to be a Marshmallow concert. It's going to take us to chapter 2 or something along those lines. So I won't lie, this is just a glorified party royale concert with a few things that I think are cool, but I think you guys have probably already heard my opinion on this on Twitter or some other video I've made talking about it, or stream or something. So I think there was cool aspects of the event, but we have to talk about the marketing here. This threw basically everyone I know for a loop, and there's a good way to throw people for a loop, but there's also a bad way, and I do believe this was the bad way. Now, I will say, if I was in New York City for this event, it probably would have been the coolest thing ever, and I would have loved it. But I just don't think this translates to hype in game, and I think it left a lot of people confused, and I just don't think the marketing made sense in this way. But a few marketing mistakes doesn't mean that Fortnite's gonna die. So why am I making this very huge claim that Fortnite is going to die in a couple years? Well, that's why earlier I brought up the Doom event. I think that showcased a few things that might be meaningful concerns going forward. So Fortnite has done this thing in the past where they kind of introduce new stories and don't really end up wrapping up any storylines, and they've left a lot of plot holes hanging out there for a while, a lot of storyline threads, and we're all just kind of confused and we don't know where the game is going storyline wise. And while I don't think the story is the most important thing for Fortnite's brand, I do think the vents were something that made Fortnite stand out and was an exceptionally good marketing plan by Donald Mustard that we kind of haven't tapped into for a while. I think they've been trying to fix this by introducing a lot of mini events, and I thought they were going to lead somewhere, but it seems like we're still gonna have to just keep going to figure out what's going on, and this is where I think some of the marketing is just going haywire. 10 million people got on the game to experience that event, and I would say many of them were disappointed. Now, one of the worst ways you can market things is by getting everyone hyped in something and then showcasing it, leaving everyone disappointed. This is going to make people not want to return to your next one. This is going to leave a bad taste in their mouth and probably lead to them not talking good on the game for a while. And ultimately, you're just not going to be able to capitalize on the marketing dollars you put into a project like this. And that's where Permanent OG comes in. Permanent OG is going to do crazy good things to the numbers for this game. However, when you combine the lack of substantial live events with a permanent OG, I think many people could understand that this is going to cause issues in the future. And maybe you don't understand why, so let me explain. So with the addition of a permanent OG where a new season gets rotated in every month, that sounds super cool and I am super hyped for it. However, we did already have an OG season, and I think the marketing for OG stuff in general is going to slowly decline, and they are going to have to do new things to figure out new ways to get people excited. And they also have tried out this like collab focused event thing, and they've tried that out and that did not work either. So the problem I'm having is that it doesn't seem like they're trying to market their own stuff. They're relying on these different collabs and they're not taking them or doing interesting things with them. However, again, Fortnite has kept us strung along for like 7 years at this point. I do think pretty soon they're gonna have to realize that they need to start getting people invested in the game's characters and not just collabs, and in the new things they're trying to do, and not just re-release the old stuff. I will say this is the most shaky I felt in the Epic Games marketing team, but at the same time, they have constantly impressed me at various different points with very unique ideas. But I will say this current season is extremely fun to play and I am having a blast. I think the player numbers are reflecting of that. So I think what matters most is gameplay, but it has to be something new, something fresh, something interesting, and you can go back to old stuff, but I think it needs to be limited time and dealt with delicately. Do I think that OG permanently coming back is going to be a bad thing for the game? Surprisingly, no, but I do think it signifies a possible misstep that Epic Games is going through in their marketing direction, and I'm curious as to how they're going to deal with that. Say they go through with permanent OG, they better make sure that they do it safely and they are continuing to make new experiences for people to get excited about and to spend their marketing dollars smartly. I truly hope that they're going to invest more in the storyline and more into like the uniqueness of Fortnite, but chapter 6 is a complete question mark, so we are really just gonna have to wait and see what is gonna happen. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think Epic Games is doing marketing smart right now? Do you think they're messing up in any way? Do you think permanent OG is going to be great for the game and you want them to do more stuff like that? How do you think chapter 6 is gonna be? Just let me know your thoughts in the comments. And again, if you like the video, please subscribe. I'm trying to get to 30,000 sometime relatively soon. I'm really trying my best. And if you want to show any extra support, Patreon helps a lot. Join my Discord, watch my streams, and whatever. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much to all my Patreons for supporting the channel, and thank you Paragon for the extra crazy support.